Welcome to Hypnotic Dollification. Become a posable plaything where the boundaries between consciousness and objecthood blur into a delicious space of inanimate surrender. As you settle in, perhaps making yourself comfortable in your seat, take a moment to close your eyelids and let out a deep, cleansing breath. Feel the air fill your lungs, expanding your chest, and then slowly release it, allowing any tension to melt away. With each exhalation, allow yourself to become heavier, more still. The outside world fades, leaving only the soft, hypnotic sound of my words. You've come here today with a certain curiosity about dollification, a fascination with the idea of losing yourself in a state of perfect inanimate obedience. Allow yourself to be fully present in this moment, to surrender to the allure of transformation. As you begin this journey, know that I'm here to guide you into the depths of dollification. We'll explore what it means to exist as a mere object, a plaything at the behest of others. Embrace the idea of losing your agency, your will, your very consciousness as a thinking being. Are you ready to let go and truly become the doll you've dreamed of being? Then allow yourself to sink deeper into relaxation, knowing that in this state of surrender, you'll find profound satisfaction and delight. Welcome to Dollification, tailored specifically for you today. And now, let's focus on your breath. Just notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the cool air entering your nostrils, and the warm air leaving. With each inhale, you're drawing in a little more of this relaxing sensation, and with each exhale, something subtle begins to shift. Each exhale carries life away. A little bit of energy, a little bit of movement, a little bit of you drifting away with the breath, becoming lighter, less real, more porcelain. Imagine that with every breath out, you're not just expelling air, but also a tiny fragment of your will, your independence. Feel your muscles begin to loosen, to soften. The weight of your limbs seems to lessen, as if they're becoming hollow, filled with nothing but air. Your skin feels smoother, cooler, almost like polished ceramic. A pleasant coolness spreading through your fingers, your toes. Each breath you take now is a step further away from being fully you and closer to becoming the beautiful, inanimate doll you desire to be. Just to let go. Let the breath carry you further and further into this state of blissful emptiness. You are becoming wonderfully, beautifully still. Have you ever looked at a perfectly crafted doll and admired its stillness, its flawless features, the complete lack of worry or responsibility in its vacant gaze? What does it feel like to be flawless, perfectly posed, utterly without burden? To simply be, without the need to think, to feel, to act? It's a release, isn't it? A surrender, a letting go of all the pressures and expectations of being human. To be held, admired, arranged, without a single thought of your own. Doesn't that sound freeing? To exist solely for the pleasure of another, to be a beautiful object cherished and adored. You're allowing yourself to consider this, to explore this fascinating possibility. And that's perfectly all right. In fact, it's exactly where you need to be. Now let's begin to focus on your fingertips. Just notice the sensation of your fingertips resting against whatever they're touching. Feel them growing heavier and heavier, as if tiny weights are being attached to each one. Your palms feeling cool and smooth, almost like porcelain. Your fingers are losing their strength, their ability to grip or clench. They're becoming wonderfully relaxed, pliable, easily bent and posed. That sensation of heaviness now moves into your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms. Your arms feel like they're filled with sand, heavy and limp, losing all independent movement. And now that same sensation begins to creep down your legs, your toes growing heavier, your feet feeling rooted to the spot, your ankles losing their flexibility, your calves becoming dense and solid, your knees locking slightly, a pleasing restriction, your thighs feeling heavy, 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 like sculpted porcelain. Your legs are losing their strength, their ability to support you, becoming beautifully, wonderfully still. They are becoming perfectly posed, waiting for direction. Let that heaviness spread all the way down, all the way through, making you feel more and more like a beautiful, inanimate doll. Imagine now that you're sinking, slowly, gently, into a warm bath of liquid porcelain. The smooth, cool liquid envelops your body, molding itself to your form. It fills every space, every crevice, solidifying around you. Feel the weight of it, the density, the absolute stillness, sinking into the feeling of hard porcelain, smooth and cool against your skin. The weight of stillness pressing down on you. Your body is becoming less and less defined, more and more like a sculpted object. The boundaries between your skin and the porcelain are blurring, merging, becoming one. You are losing all sensation of temperature, of texture, of movement. You are becoming utterly, completely solid. A beautiful, flawless form, perfectly still, perfectly posed, deeper and deeper into the porcelain, letting go of all resistance, embracing the feeling of being utterly inanimate. The porcelain fills your lungs, your stomach, your head. There is no warmth, no movement, only the cool, smooth perfection of porcelain. You are becoming the doll. Notice now how your joints begin to lock, just slightly at first. Your elbows, a gentle resistance to bending. Your knees, a subtle clicking as they straighten. Your wrists, losing their range of motion. Movement feels deliberate, less fluid, a pleasing restriction. It's not uncomfortable, not painful, just different. Each movement requires a conscious effort, a gentle push, as if someone else is guiding your limbs. You're discovering that you can still be posed, arranged, but only with external assistance. Your body is becoming wonderfully compliant, eager to be molded into any shape, any position. Feel the satisfying click of your joints as they lock into place, holding you perfectly still. A beautiful, articulated form, waiting to be admired. You are becoming more and more like a posable doll, a beautiful object designed for pleasure and display. The sensation of control is fading. replaced by a blissful sense of surrender. You are becoming wonderfully, beautifully obedient. And now feel your internal warmth fading slowly, gently, like a dying ember. The heat that once coursed through your veins, the warmth that gave you life, is dissipating. Coolness spreading through your limbs, starting in your fingertips and toes, and working its way inward. Your body temperature lowering, becoming cool to the touch, like polished stone. Your heartbeat slowing, becoming fainter, almost imperceptible. Your breathing becoming shallow, and even barely there. You are losing the vital signs of life, becoming less and less alive. Feel the coolness spreading through your chest, your abdomen, your back, your internal organs slowing, quieting, ceasing their functions. You no longer feel hunger or thirst or any other bodily sensation. You're becoming devoid of internal needs, a perfect self-contained object. Your body is shutting down, beautifully, peacefully, becoming a vessel of exquisite stillness. The warmth is gone, replaced by a cool, serene emptiness. Who are you? Really? Who are you? Think about it for a moment, but don't try to grasp too tightly. Just let the thought drift, like a wisp of smoke. The more you try to define yourself, the more elusive the answer becomes, less and less defined. Your thoughts becoming fragmented, your memories fading, your personality dissolving. You are becoming a form without a user, a beautiful object existing solely for aesthetic pleasure. The sense of I is weakening, diminishing, fading into the background. There is no need for thoughts, no need for feelings, no need for desires. You are simply being, a beautiful, inanimate form, perfectly still, perfectly posed. The concept of self is becoming irrelevant, unnecessary. You are no longer a person. You are a doll, a beautiful, exquisite doll, waiting to be admired, waiting to be played with. And isn't that peaceful? To be free from the burden of self, to simply exist as a beautiful object. Now imagine someone gently lifting your arm, moving it into a graceful pose. Arms lift easily, head tilts, legs position themselves perfectly, finding a pleasing angle. You don't initiate the movement, it simply happens. You are wonderfully compliant, eager to be arranged, to be displayed. Feel the subtle click of your joints as your limbs are repositioned, a satisfying sensation. Your body yields effortlessly to the touch, molding itself to any form. A gentle pressure on your back, and you arch slightly, a beautiful, elegant curve. Someone adjusts your head, tilting it just so, creating a captivating expression. You don't resist. You simply allow it. It feels not right, perfect. You are designed to be posed, to be admired, to be cherished. Allow yourself to be completely at the mercy of another's artistic vision. Every movement is graceful, effortless, perfectly aligned with the desired aesthetic. You are a masterpiece, a work of art, a beautiful, inanimate doll. Sounds become distant, muffled, fading into a quiet hum. The voices around you, the sounds of the room, they're losing their clarity, their impact. Colors fade, becoming muted, pastel shades blurring at the edges. The world is losing its vibrancy, its sharpness, becoming a soft, indistinct haze. Thoughts slow, drifting, becoming less frequent, less important. You no longer feel the urge to analyze, to question, to judge. Your mind is becoming calm, empty, peaceful, existing only as a beautiful form, a sculpted object, devoid of inner turmoil. You are losing your connection to the external world, withdrawing into a state of blissful isolation. There is no need to see, to hear, to think. You are simply being, a beautiful, inanimate doll, perfectly still, perfectly silent. The world outside is irrelevant, unimportant. Your entire existence is contained within the cool, smooth perfection of your porcelain form. Focus now on your eyes. Let your gaze become unfocused, vacant, glazed over, reflecting only the light, like polished glass. There is no thought behind your eyes, no emotion, no recognition. A vacant expression of perfect beauty. Your eyelids feel heavy, weighted, almost impossible to lift. They're drooping slightly, creating a seductive, alluring emptiness. You are no longer observing the world. You are the world. A beautiful, inanimate object on display. Allow your pupils to dilate, becoming dark and mysterious. Your eyes are no longer windows to the soul. They are simply surfaces, reflecting the light, a beautiful, empty gaze, inviting admiration, inviting possession. You are a doll, and dolls do not think, dolls do not feel. Dolls simply are. Surrender to the emptiness, embrace the stillness, and allow your gaze to become utterly vacant. Deeper and deeper now into the heart of dollification, a perfect doll, lifeless, beautiful, entirely obedient, ready to be posed. Feel the complete absence of will, the blissful surrender of control. You are no longer, you are a thing, an object, a plaything. Every muscle is relaxed, every nerve is still, every thought is faded away. You are a masterpiece of porcelain and artifice, crafted for pleasure and display. Your body is a canvas, waiting to be adorned, to be manipulated, to be cherished. Allow yourself to sink further into this state of complete submission, to embrace the exquisite pleasure of being utterly inanimate. There is no resistance, no struggle, only a profound sense of peace and contentment. You are a doll, and your purpose is to please, to be admired, to be possessed, to be loved. You are beautiful. You are perfect. You are utterly obedient. Feel the final vestiges of self-dissolve, leaving only the smooth, cool perfection of porcelain. And even after you awaken, a subtle residue of this transformation will remain. The feeling of porcelain, a gentle coolness beneath your skin, a lingering sense of stillness. Any gentle touch, a caress, a playful pose will reinforce the stillness. Bring back the blissful emptiness. remind you of the exquisite pleasure of being a doll. Whenever you hear the word possession, you will immediately recall this feeling of complete surrender, of effortless obedience, of being utterly at the mercy of another. It will be a pleasant sensation, a comforting reminder of your beautiful, inanimate state. This isn't something you have to feel, it's something you will feel. A natural response to gentle touch, a subconscious echo of the transformation you've experienced. The feeling of being a doll will become a part of you, a secret pleasure, a hidden desire, always accessible, always waiting to be awakened. It is a beautiful, peaceful state, and it is yours to embrace. Now slowly, gently, begin to return to full awareness. I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and with each number, you'll feel more alert, more present, more grounded. 1, feeling a gentle stirring of energy, a subtle warmth returning to your limbs. 2, noticing the sounds around you, the gentle rhythm of your breath. 3, becoming aware of your body, the sensation of your clothes against your skin. 4, feeling refreshed and peaceful, carrying a beautiful stillness within. 5, eyes open, fully awake, feeling calm, relaxed, and wonderfully serene. Take a deep breath in and exhale slowly, allowing yourself to fully integrate this experience. You may feel a lingering sense of peace, a quiet contentment, a subtle coolness beneath your skin. These are simply reminders of the beautiful transformation you've undergone. Allow yourself to cherish these feelings, to savor the memory of being a perfect, inanimate doll. Remember this feeling, a secret peace, an exquisite stillness, a beautiful surrender. It's a part of you now, a hidden treasure, a source of quiet joy. You've explored a fascinating aspect of yourself today, and I hope you found it as pleasurable and liberating as I intended. Thank you for allowing me to guide you on this journey of dollification. It's been a privilege to share this experience with you. Until we meet again, allow yourself to drift in the beautiful stillness. And remember, you are a masterpiece.